everyone. I'm so excited to tell you about this podcast. It's called The DK Project, but it's really The Darren Show. This has been in the project stage for as long as I can remember. I've been witness to this for countless years, and there's lots for you to hear. The DK Project is a radio show, but without the radio. Once a week, the show will consist of banter and tales from the journey of two lifelong friends as they navigate through these crazy times. So thanks for tuning in.
Let's go! Welcome back to the DK Project. Yeah, episode 5, baby.
Is it 5 already?
Rock and roll. Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Time flies when you're having fun. Hey, listen to this. So I was at that Roti place.
Roddy?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Roddy smells like shitty. I've been there twice because I'm all about the second chance. And I go
Absolutely.
there and I'm like sitting in the same spot I sat last time. And then it starts to get busy, because I was there early and then the lunch crowd starts coming in. And I'm like, what, is someone to dump a manure truck in here? Like really a heavy manure sound. And I'm thinking to myself, is that intentional? Like, what are you cooking that could smell that way? Because I'm sitting there sporting the new colors. So I got my jacket off and I got my back to all the people so they can read the shirt. And
nice. Merch.
And you start looking at their faces and they're like, ooh, that's aggressive.
No, this wasn't just isolated to you?
No, it was.
So like this is a strong enough aroma that you immediately knew it was coming from somewhere. Like you didn't do like a pit check quick to see if it was coming from you.
No. And this wasn't like a stink. This was like that's manure. Like that's heavy. You got something on your shoes, dude? Where is that coming from? But to smell it twice. I mean,
At a restaurant?
Yeah, I haven't been there since, when was the last time I was there? I don't even remember. But it's been over a month. And to have that same wafting aroma, come on.
Now, I have not eaten here. What cuisine are we talking about at Roti?
I don't know what the hell it is. It's like a hybrid Indian food kind of thing. Like, they got funny chicken, and they got kebabs, and they got rice, and they got
manure,
20 different sauce. Yeah. Well, that's why I was texting you. I'm like, that it's all farm to table, but I think they're taking it a little far when they're like bringing the manure fertilizer into the store. I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's probably what it is. In the back, they probably have a spot where they're growing their own vegetables and herbs that they use in the cooking, and they're bringing it in manure. That's the food.
Are you serious?
Could be.
I'm never going to eat there again. Never. That is not acceptable.
Well, for the record, I do not know that that's what they're doing.
How'd you like to be the guy coming out of the bathroom when that wafts through the room
and everyone's staring at you like you pig.
Hey, try the chili. It's delicious. It was incredible. Then I rolled over to Costco because I had to pick up a couple items and I made the mistake of texting the boss. Hey, I'm running to Costco. You need anything?
Oh, you rookie.
Yeah,
never do that.
Grab this. Yeah, grab that. Yeah, grab this. And I said, get back to work. We're done playing this game. But I think there needs to be some type of policing done of the samples. Are you serious? Like, just abandon your cart in the middle of the aisle. The place is packed. And you're just chowing. Like, I've done my time. I've done samples. I know the game.
You've written the rule book.
Well, but at some point, like, you don't have to eat it right there. Grab it, move along.
This is where we differ, man. I ardently against, I don't know that's how you say that. I am against samples altogether. Don't take them. Don't eat them.
Well, just think of this, though. There's so many little booger-picking kids that are holding on to these carts. And then you're pushing the cart, and then you go right in for the food.
Yeah.
Come on. Where's the filter?
I don't do it. It's gross.
These people are so worried about everything their kids do, and then they just throw them into this Petri dish. I don't know. It's amazing to me that a lot of these kids aren't coming down with, I don't know, encephalocartitis. I think that's a new cart name. So here's a question: when you go to the store, whether it be the Cub, the Hy-Vee, or Or to Costco. Do you grab one of those wipes and wipe the cart down?
No.
Why not?
I do not, actually.
Come on, dude. It is so gross.
It is gross, but I'm not eating raw food with my fucking hands while I'm at the grocery store. That's the difference.
Bullshit, dude. Bullshit. I know you're taking down a sample.
No,
There's nothing wrong with grabbing a sample.
Yeah, there is. There's everything. I'm actually to the point where not only do I not take the sample, being totally honest here too, not only don't take it, I'll shoot them a really nasty look, like pig. Just get out of my way.
Wow.
I don't like it. You're
so much better than the common people.
Well,
peasants eating samples.
No,
I'm in the area.
It's just my weirdness of the phobia against germs. That's all.
Boy, I guess oh man, I got a situation.
And plus, hold on. How risky is it? Like you have to have a little paper cup with chips in it. Just buy the chips. If they're not great, just don't get them again.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't have like Vietnam traveling kind of money, so I have to sample the wares before I take down the $18 bag of chips. I want to give her a little test drive.
All right. I got to calm down.
Good God, dude.
You already got me all fired up with this.
For the record, though, they did have a nice little artichoke jalapeno dip on a little pretzel ball, but I didn't touch it. I used a little wrapper, inserted it in the old yapper, and on the way I went.
Hey, look, I know you're doing it right.
I don't always do it right.
It's the 99% of the rest of the population.
God, I hate it there. I just hate it.
People are gross.
The one in SLP is the worst.
You've been in restrooms. You know how people act. It's not right.
Oh, yeah. It's not good at all. I think that, honestly, what?
Just reminded me of something. There's a dude in my building who he goes into the men's bathroom barefoot.
No, what?
Yeah.
What is he doing barefoot for anyway?
He must take his shoes off at socks on, not barefoot, socks.
Oh.
But he must take his shoes off at the desk, and then he goes to take a leak. And
is this the guy in the prior cast that destroyed it and
let his dog come into my zone? No, yeah. Different guy. This guy I know, I've identified because he's at the urinal, like, in your socks, man. Can you? Then you got to walk into your home. Oh, whatever.
Because you know how often I'm licking my socks. I think socks are fair play, man.
Real? Oh, so you've done it?
No, I don't think I've done it, but I have here, but I'm the only one here.
Oh, yeah, your place. That's fine.
Yeah.
And this is a public restroom.
Ooh. Ugh. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not cool with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, man, I got a tenant issue. I got a gal who hasn't paid since she moved in a year ago. And
wow.
It's like, I feel bad. You know, she's dealing with some immigration crap, and her husband, he came in legally, and it takes a little longer than one would think. And, it's every excuse. And you want to help these people out, but come on, I got to draw a line in the sand somewhere.
You mean a year? A year is that line? Well, holy crap!
I know.
That is aggressive.
I'm a generous individual, man. So I don't know. I'm thinking we might have to go do a little filing and have her removed because I can't do it anymore. It's like I'm not a bank. You know, these people don't realize that. I know you're going through hard times, but you're gonna have to. You know, maybe you can't afford to live there. Come on.
Yeah.
Get real, lady.
But you are, I way more about this, but isn't it very difficult for that process to like remove somebody from a...
It's not my favorite. I've done it a few times. Normally you can just go in there threatening and they'll bail. But...
like threatening like with a pipe in hand and...
Yeah, no.
Not threatening physical violence.
No, just, hey, you know what? We're going to have to cap this. I'm about done babysitting you. And then they don't want to leave. It's a process. But, a lot of times my properties, I try and keep, obviously good tenants, but a higher level of rent. So they understand that when I say get out, that means get out, know, but I did find these people were living at a campground before they moved in. So
at a campground?
Yeah, in a seriously sweet camper. She goes, "Hey, you think we can park the RV in the yard?" I'm like, "Boy, I don't think the neighbors are going to dig that."
Shitter was full.
Plus, I don't think that whole pile of shit's going to make it up the hill.
The old tenement on wheels?
Oh, man. That is exactly what it was. I think they filmed Christmas Vacation with
this one.
Yeah, bad. So yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to have a little sit down.
Well, and let's do the math here. They moved in, so they haven't paid rent in a year. Correct?
No. They pay. It's just always late. Now, like they owe half of December, and now they owe all of January.
Oh, my bad. I thought they hadn't paid in a year.
Oh no, no. We're generous, but we're not dumb.
Okay. We got to clarify that. That's what it sounded like.
No, we got to keep the lights on. We got to put the hammer down eventually here. So we'll have a little sit down with them and.
But is it fair to say did they move in a year ago?
I was just thinking about that. I don't quite know when they moved in. It's got to be coming up on a year. I bet you April or May. It's probably a year.
Oh, okay. Because you know where I was going with that. With the camper RV situation or campground, yeah. I was like, they were living in the winter in a campground.
Yeah, it was. You know what? You make a good point. Maybe you know what? I should look that up. Let me put that in the Googler. Put that in the old Google box. See what they come up with. Because
Put it in there.
I don't know. They're bad. But it's sometimes we're somewhat tolerant. People fall in hard times. I get it. But man alive, you got to get out of the deep freeze here eventually. Let's see.
Oh, we're out of it. Speaking, that's a nice segue. We're out of the deep freeze for all the listeners. We are. We just came out of a 4-day stretch of the negative 50s.
It's not even. I don't know. What did you think? Did you think it was that bad? I mean, yeah, it was cold, but like, Yeah,
it was cold, and I thought it was pretty bad. I mean, to put in perspective, when 3 degrees feels luxurious. When you're outside,
it's balmy out there right now at 15 degrees.
But okay, I thought it was bad. But the worst part was just the lockdown. The kids can't go outside.
Oh my God, everything was closed. McDonald's was closed.
Everything's closed. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't. It's kind of balmy out there right now. It was so cold that I let my kids park in the garage because their cars are older. And my daughter, the garage door froze shut, so my daughter couldn't get her car out the last 2 days. So I'm like, I got to go up there and break her loose because she's got to go to school today. They had the last 2 days off, and the car didn't want to start in the garage. It was so cold.
Yeah,
it's not.
I know
it's not humanly safe to do anything in this weather. But I think we're done now, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be 40 on Sunday. And rain.
So
there's going to be a
absolute opposite.
Yeah. I was reading the news this morning. Between what day did they use? Between Monday and Sunday, in 6 days, there's a potential of 120 degree swing in temperatures.
Is that all?
That's crazy.
No way. That's crazy. I don't know. I think our climate has shifted. I'm not saying anything about global warming, but something's wrong. We don't get summer until June, and it's over in October, and we get crap like this. I'm just glad I'm not in the landscaping business. Those poor bastards. Holy man.
Yeah. Can you imagine those assholes?
Woo. Living on ramen. Hey,
living on ramen. Hey, my neighbor sells that.
Ramen?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Really?
Yeah, he's a good guy, too.
Like, what kind of money can he make? You could buy a case for $1.
No, well, he's the rep who supplies all of Cubs and.
Did they do anything else?
All Ralph's. I think he's just mainly on the ramen.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Is he a big guy? A lot of sodium in that ramen.
No, well, I don't. It's a job, man. I don't think he's I don't think it's a.
Well, you got to believe in your product.
All that ramen.
All the products we boast here on the show. I'm not just a spokesperson. I'm a fan.
I'm a fan as well, baby. I'll never forget. Since we were on this, I had a quick ramen story. It was lawn mowing days in high school. Back then, it was the crew the lawn mowing crew, and it was not great amount of money coming in at that time. So I made my own lunch, and I made ramen noodles, mixed them all up, put them in a thermos, keep them warm, right?
Yeah.
This is true. Put them in a thermos, and Mike and a couple other guys were on the crew. We go to they want to go to Burger King. So like, whatever, I got my own lunch, and I bring me the this is white trash as hell. I bring the thermos and the brown bag into Burger King, and unleash the cap to turn it out into my bowl.
There's been some swelling.
Oh, Darren, it was it was the exact same sound and look that fake cranberry when it comes out of a can. You know, like the jelly.
Yeah.
It had just formed one thermos-shaped solid pasta mass.
Was it like a ramen pop?
Yeah, like there was no definable noodle. It was just like. It
was probably delicious, though. I like to leave my ramen sit a little while. I like it to get a little thicker noodle.
Yeah, I didn't eat it.
Why not? Because you were going to eat Burger King anyway.
Oh, you can't. No, it was not edible.
Oh, that would have been awesome to see, though. Like,
oh yeah, the guys laughed their ass off. They'd still laugh if I brought it up today. I mean, it was horrific.
I don't know. I used to eat it. My kids love it. The little one in particular, that's his life, is ramen.
Really?
Oh my gosh, it's all.
My kids have never had it.
Really?
Oh,
dude, get him out of the bubble.
I should try.
Get him out of the bubble. Let him lick the cart handle once in a while. They're gonna be fine.
They're more of a raw tuna with a sear on it, kind of group. Would you happen
to have any Grey Poupon? Are you serious? They've never had ramen?
I am serious about that.
What about macaroni and cheese?
Yeah, they used to have that a lot.
Nice. Hey, I got to tell you, I got a segue. I started watching this new show on Netflix. I told you about it the other day.
Title?
Friends from College, I think it's called.
Okay.
And
I have to put it on my list.
It can be at the bottom of the list. It's not great. But they're all like Harvard educated people, and the one gal's a lawyer, and she takes this job. I think it's in New York, so she can be by all of her friends, and she's all pumped about it. It's this high end law firm that she's going to work at, and she gets in there, and it's just the biggest bunch of rowdy chauvinist pigs. You know, they're all, just nasty talking, whatever. The one actually threw his private parts out on the conference phone on the conference table while they're all suited up. Yeah, just like total pigs. And the name of the law firm is Black Stool.
Oh, come on.
I can't make it up, man. That is the truth. I laughed out loud. I'm like, because the guy's like, well, here at Black Stool. And I'm like, really? Black Stool? That is funny.
It's not even an and, like it's not black and stool.
No, it's Black Stool. And it's one of the highlights of the show. It's pretty funny because they're all, the whole law firm, because they're just whatever. And she's all proper Harvard, this is not okay. You can't talk like this. And it's like, I'm sure that stuff goes on somewhere in the real world. I also watched a documentary on the Fry Festival. What do you know about the Fry Festival?
That is a big scam. That guy's going away for a while.
Woo! How about that?
They're going after the actual models. They're subpoenaing the models to see how much they were paid, see if they were part of this deal.
Where did he get all the money to start with? He's got I think they said $28 million into this thing.
Yeah, that's the problem. He Ponzi'd it basically. He took investors' money, made all the promises of a huge festival with top-ranking models and all these other bands and whatnot.
Yeah,
it was all a scam. It was never going to happen.
They did this whole documentary, and someone must have been recording it along the way because they had actual footage of him. And I can't think of this other guy. The other main guy he had a name. I want to say he's a rapper, maybe. I don't know.
You're not going to know it then.
The person DK is thinking about is Ja Rule.
They showed him, and every time they showed him, he had a beer in his hand. Like, they just partied like rock stars.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah,
like,
I've seen footage of it.
Big time.
Yeah, like tropics on an island party.
Yeah, with these smoking hot models.
Yeah.
And this guy, like, is in deep crap. Billy McFarland. And it just turned out to be an absolute disaster. But they knew this was going to go the wrong way. Like they knew the whole time. But him and this other dude just keep taking money. Well, then he goes to jail for like 8 months or something, or maybe not even. He got out. He got out on $300,000 bail, and he went right into another scam where they were saying that they could get you like backstage passes to Bieber, or they could get meet and greet with Beyonce, and he's selling them, and people are buying them. Just like when they were doing the festival. They realized they were running out of money, so they sent a thing, and they had these bracelets made, and that was kind of like your all inclusive, yeah. And you could put money on it so that you could like buy drinks and all that stuff. And they're like, people were putting hundreds of thousands of dollars, like they raised hundreds of thousands of dollars by people putting money on these bracelets for just out of the blue. It's like, oh my gosh, people are dumb. It's just dumb, but I mean, hey, the brochure looked really nice.
Oh yeah,
they even made the cover of the documentary look nice.
he probably spared no expense at the print house.
Could you ever? Okay, so just chill and tell me honestly, would you ever trust anybody named Billy McFarland? I think if you're like over 25, you really shouldn't be Billy. Yeah, you can't be Billy anymore.
Can't go Billy.
Although I know a Johnny, and he's cool.
No.
And I think that, Johnny's kind of the same thing.
It is a little bit. If I met somebody named Billy McFarland, the only question...
When are we drinking the car bombs?
The only question I'd have for him is I'd ask him, do you know Seth MacFarlane?
Well, either way, I'm not talking to you because I'm good. Yeah. That would not. I don't know. I don't know how he gets out of that one. That's a messy situation. But I think they said he'll end up with like 8 years in prison or something.
I think that's about right. 6. I thought it was 6.
It's garbage.
6, which means 18. It means 18 months.
Hey, by the time this show airs, we will be post Super Bowl. You got big plans? What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Let's have a little prognostication.
Yeah, no, we're going somewhere for the Super Bowl party, but it was changed last minute because friends of ours who were planning on having it had just recently moved, and it was kind of going to be their like housewarming party, Super Bowl party.
Let's trash the house on the way out.
And, well, it's not that kind of party, but then but the weather.
Oh man, they showed people on the news who are like loading moving trucks. I'm like, that's the day I quit. It's 50 below out, and you want me to move your shit? No.
So check this out. They had everything that they were responsible for all boxed up and packaged and ready. And the next morning, they got the call, yeah, we're not coming. So everything in their house was all packed away.
I would almost say, hey, you know what? It'd be cheaper to go to a hotel for the night than unpack everything.
Yeah.
Or it'd be cheaper to go to a hotel because the tip you'd have to give those movers. Like what do you tip when it's 40 below?
Oh, God.
All I have is a 20.
God. Yeah. When it's 40 below, you moved all my shit. A 20 ain't going to work.
Do you have any change? A 20 seems generous. Are you serious, lady? I got frostbitten in 3 of my appendages. No way. I wouldn't do it. Although let's be honest, I wouldn't do that anyway. That's pretty serious labor-intensive work right there, baby. Big time. Hey, we got to mention we got to get back to the Super Bowl, but let's do a little merchandise commercial here. We've got the website at thedkprojectpodcast.com. We got T-shirts on there, an array of colors, sizes.
They're beautiful. I'm wearing one right now.
We got mugs available. I'm telling you, it's everything. You might even be able to find yourself a PD on there, but there's a disclaimer with the PD. Might be slightly used.
Well, on the mug though, let's not, when we were tooting our own horns, but the mugs are gorgeous and they are good for both righties and lefties. I mean, these are good mugs.
The one I have right now is a righty only. So I'm left-handed, but I drink coffee right-handed. What do you do?
Right-handed. No, you know what? I mean, generally, yeah, but I got to say, I have this one spot that I read the news at in the morning, and the table's to my left. So I'm a lefty in the morning.
Oh, ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Holy cow. So anyway, the new ones are what do you call that? Either side, either way. So you got the mugs and the shirts on there, and the hats are coming. So we're going to be all merched out before long. We're going to start seeing a lot of the DK Project merch all over town. I was checking the numbers the other day, and we're global. I mean, it's a big deal, moving all over the place.
I know. That's why I want to take this opportunity to say, just log onto that site, get the merch before it's gone.
Yeah, and you can subscribe to a like a newsletter thing, so you can get updates for when we're doing crazy stuff that you need to hear about, because that will happen. It won't happen this week, but it's got to warm up a little bit.
We got to be able to actually go outside.
It's not fair to anyone to be out in this weather. Although somebody was saying, I think it was the news, they were saying when it was 40 or 50 below out, people were biking, like they saw someone on a bicycle. Isn't there a point when it's not smart to breathe at a rapid pace at that? I mean, you're throwing hot water in the air and it's freezing before it hits the ground. So it's not safe to be out.
I think it's really silly with it, because I saw people walking their dogs and walking in general. I didn't see any biking.
I mean, you got to get out and move around, but when they're canceling schools, come on. They closed McDonald's. They closed. I went looking for lunch the other day because I had to work. My work doesn't close. But there were like restaurants, places were closed. No doubt. What's with raising the stamps, sons of bitches?
Now they have to change their slogan. Wasn't their slogan like rain, sleet, or shine or whatever? Like your mail gets delivered.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm thinking they should change the whole business and close the doors.
Yeah.
Because it ain't really efficient, let me tell you. They just raised the stamps to, 55 cents?
Yeah, 10% increase. I think it's the largest increase ever, but they're struggling. They're losing money.
This is riveting show content.
I know.
Talking about the post office. Let's get into the Super Bowl. Who's doing the halftime show? Or who did the halftime show? I guess we're post.
Maroon 5.
What's the big hubbub? There's some big hubbub about it. Like, they couldn't find anybody to do it or something? Why would you want to do that?
Well,
I think you have to pay to do it.
I don't know. No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nobody rides for free, baby.
Oh.
$5 million. $5 million for a 30-second commercial in the Super Bowl. I was gonna do a DK Project one, but I couldn't get the talent together.
Come on, are you serious? They have to pay? Like that's a spot, like an advertisement spot? I
have heard that it's you. They're not paying you. You're either doing it for free or you're paying them, because it's quite a little free publicity shot for you.
I get that they're not paying the performer, because you don't get more public than that.
Isn't it Maroon 5 this year or something? Who'd you say it was?
So it's Maroon 5. The hubbub was
nobody's paying for that shit.
They're not that good. So
no. Who's with them? Somebody's with them, isn't it? Coldplay or something? Like, come on.
Oh, come on. No.
It's garbage. It's total garbage. No way.
I will not be watching it. I'll watch the game, but I'm not gonna hone in on Maroon 5. I'm not gonna shush the crowd.
Wow, that's when I'm gonna be hitting the double chip bowl. I'm gonna be making some snack tray my bitch right about then. What? Who are you picking? Are you sticking with your Pats?
I'm sticking with the Patriots on the win.
Bullshit.
However, I really don't have a dog in this one. It'd be cool. Be cool if the Rams won. They're young, the young coach, the young quarterback, all that.
Oh yeah, Rams! You shifted gears on me, you bastard. Yeah,
I'm torn, because on one side you have to respect.
Have the Rams ever won?
I don't think so.
Put that in the Googler.
Well, ironically, the last Super Bowl they were in was against the Patriots.
Well, you could say that about like the last 15, can't you?
Well, no, the last one the Rams were in.
Well, right, but like the last 15 Super Bowls, the Patriots were in, weren't they? So it's pretty common. What? No, I don't. I'm done with this whole Patriot bullshit. I've had enough. Why can't the Vikings
Sounds
make
like
a
you're
run?
sort of against the guys who are doing against the greatness.
No way. I'm not interested. He's a pig.
Oh, jeez.
No, he's a solid dude, but come on. I'm not. I've made the best team win, but why is it always them?
Because they're the
It
best
says
team.
2000 NFL championship, but it doesn't say anything about a Super Bowl. I don't think they've ever won the Super Bowl. Were they? Where were they? Have they always been the LA Rams?
No, they were when they played. They were the St. Louis Rams, I believe.
Ooh, that could be the little twist I'm looking for.
Are you betting on the game?
I don't bet on anything.
Yeah, I don't either.
Except for the fact that the DK Project's global, baby.
I want to give you an example of why I do not bet on anything. And I follow football, so this isn't just throwing shit against the wall. When it was down to the 4 teams, I got both wrong on the wins.
Okay.
There's only 2. It's a 50-50. There's only 2 teams playing, and I got both of them wrong. If I would have bet on that, oh God, I could never.
You know what? All I wanted to see was a Chiefs-Rams Super Bowl. Actually, all I wanted to see was a non-Patriot Super Bowl. But I could give 2 shits left. The Super Bowl and football means snacks to me. That's it.
Really,
I don't
good
care about the
snacks.
game at all. And this whole commercial thing's out of control. Why don't they get a little harness on that a little bit?
Well,
That's dumb.
I'm saying.
Although I think I'm going to a big party this year.
Oh, are you?
Like with an Evite and everything.
Man.
Yeah, it's probably going to be too many people for me. Going to make me very
Is
uncomfortable.
a celebrity hosting it?
No, I don't even know a celebrity.
What?
Come on. I do? Oh, yeah. Well, no, they're not. They're doing something else.
Okay.
I really don't
All
know.
right.
No, this is, they get tap beer at this house, so
Nice.
it'll be good.
I was going to say nice for those who drink.
Boy, it's been nice the last couple days. The boss has had work off, too, because when Chitlins don't go to school, she don't go to work.
Yeah, right.
Boy, it'd be nice to have that job. Well, I kind of took a couple days off. I'm not going to lie.
Let's not get into what your week has been like.
I'm between opportunities. No, it's all good. I've been working on the show prep, man. Or not show prep, but show stuff. There's a lot that goes into this little zoo we call a show.
I know. Hats off.
I'm working on some guests because I'm thinking there's going to be a week or 2 coming up here where your time's going to be limited.
Let's take an opportunity here to give us an update. How close are we on the hero segment?
It's in the works. It's in the works. I got a couple little nuggets I'm working on, but I've been working on some other stuff with the studio and whatnot. So now that that's all getting wrapped up, we're probably pretty good. So we can dive into that segment.
I have.
Yep.
I got a couple police officers I can
throw their name in the hat.
Yeah, good guys.
I actually got a call on the studio line today, but I couldn't get to it, and the individual didn't leave a message.
Oh, come on, people.
So the number's getting out there that it's out there, and they can call at their leisure, leave a message, and if you have ideas or comments, questions, any of that kind of stuff, the number's 612-504-6500. 612-504-6500. Or you can email us at the DK Project podcast@gmail.com.
And on a side note, do you know any police officers? Like personally?
Well, I know a lieutenant. Big gun.
All right, there you go. You know what's awesome about like getting together and like having a happy hour and rapping with a police officer?
You don't feel so bad about driving home?
No, that does come up though. The stories.
Yeah, the stories. Yeah. Speaking of which,
insane.
I was in Janesville, Wisconsin. Here's a little tale. I was in Janesville, Wisconsin because my wife had a wild hair in her bum to be a quilting person.
This is not recent.
No. So I dropped large on a long arm quilting machine because I wanted to invest in her future. They never turned the damn thing on in the time I had it, but I schmoozed it. I only lost like $5,000 on the deal. So anyway, we're in Janesville because there's training. Well, I had to drive and I have to hang out and make sure that everything's good. So I spend the day at the bar while she's in training. And I'm at a speakeasy with this gal and her husband. And she was very interesting. I don't remember why. But he was he was not like a beat cop, but like a cop, like an investigator. What the hell they call him? I don't know. Detective. And there was a murder in the area. Holy smoke. So yeah, so we're sitting at the speakeasy, coolest little shindig anywhere. Not very busy at all because it was like a Wednesday night. And I'm hitting my stride. It was so long ago I was smoking. I had to go get cigarettes. And
It was a while ago.
So I'm like, I got to go home. I got to get back to the hotel. I'm like, I don't even know where I am. And the cop, he goes, just call me. And as you come up to street signs, tell me, and I'll tell you which way to go to get back to your hotel. So I stayed on the phone with him the whole time. And, I had sobered up by then. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I woke up in my hotel going, what happened last night? And I had this 15-minute phone call to this number I didn't recognize. I'm like, oh, that's what it was. Now I remember.
So this is classic Wisconsin. So not only did the police officer, the detective, not only did he encourage or allow you to drive
we're not
drunk,
saying that, but we kind of are.
Drive questionably.
I refuse the breathalyzer.
Not only that, but he was also cool with letting you drive distracted with a phone in your hand.
Man, it was a different time. That was
killer. When you said speakeasy, you know what it reminded me of? Speaking of a long time ago, there was nothing ultimately special about it, and I didn't even know why I'm about to say it. It was one of the best stops at a speakeasy ever in my life. Was when you and I were coming back from Canada with your motorcycle, and
Nick.
With Nick. But remember that we stopped at that just hole in the wall dive roadside bar for like lunch. And we were there for 4 hours.
We stayed.
Playing pool.
You know what? We're just gonna stay. So for those of you who are not privy to the, I think it was in July. The July, it was because I bought the motorcycle as an anniversary gift to myself because I took the wife to Grand Marais and we're like, Jesus, nice. Palomino, Grand Marais is boring. Let's go to Canada, eh? So we went up over the border and just then she says, you should think about a motorcycle. I'm like, yes, I should. Now I remember why I love you. So we went and I found this motorcycle on consignment. I'm like, hey, I'm doing it. And speaking of which, we were talking about this the other day, pulled out my Discover card. I'm like, put that motorcycle on here. And they go, yeah, that's an American card, eh? We don't take those. I'm like, well, then I'll have to come back, eh? Because that's the only card I got. So you and I decide to road trip the next weekend back to get my bike. So we get this 76 orange panel van that, what is it, a Vandura or something? No air conditioning, radio. Yes. The one with the doghouse between the front seats, where the engine is.
Yep.
Oh, man. I was rolling in style. Then we get up to Canada, and we run to the dude. It was a consignment sale. And for those of you who don't know Nick is was Mallory's boyfriend on Family Ties. And, leather jacket, long mullet. And this guy was Mr. Accessories. Like, he had every accessory known to man. And he wanted to party.
Not only every accessory, but there was nobody in the country of Canada who was more proud of Canada.
He wanted to just drive us around and show us Canada. I'm like, we're only here for a night, dude. You can't. It's not going to work.
And then we're at that restaurant, and we went through a quiz where he's like,
oh yeah,
William Shatner. William Shatner's from Canada, and he just listed off every person who's ever been mentioned who's from Canada.
Hey, why don't you grab me a Molson and shut the hell up, huh? God, and then we picked the bike up. The bike goes in the back of the van. Didn't something weird happen? I don't know what it was.
I think the whole thing is pretty weird.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that's what it was, you sucker. We were driving, we got to the border, and I'm like, hey, keep it on the DL, man. Yeah. I don't want to pay the tariff to get this motorcycle into the United States. And we get to the border and they go, so how much did you pay for it? And you go, well, I paid $7,000. And I'm like, what are you doing? So now I got to scratch a check at the border to get my wares back. But then we did stop at that bar and we ended up drinking so much we stayed and decided to finish the 90-degree road trip the next day with the bike in the back, man. That's like dudes living right there.
Absolutely. Run and walkabout. But remember, we were like so intrigued that bartender server had like a nose ring.
Oh, I'm sure it didn't go well with old Big Mouth. Was there any fighting? Did we get thrown out?
We may have pushed no, we almost went. She invited us to go to a party with her and her friends and they got off.
It's because she saw. No, dude, I don't remember anything.
We did not.
I'm still swearing by the fact that you were never at Rod's that night either. From the salmon night. No, I don't remember that at all. But I do remember Nick. And I do remember, like, did we bail out on him? Like, he was somewhere and we just, like, hit the bricks.
Yes.
Just got the hell out of there. Yes. Yeah, that was an interesting deal. He paid $7,500 for it.
Just think about how what kind of time that was.
So
where,
hot. God,
in life
hot.
Where just like in your personal schedule that you can go, oh, you don't take a Discover. We'll just run back
Canada,
up next weekend to Canada.
It was ridiculous. We did it though. I borrowed that van. What's up with that? I want to say something happened to it too, but I don't know what it was. God, a little AC would have been nice. Nowhere to plug our Walkman in.
Talking about this, I have a rough streak with Canada because the other time I was in Canada coming back, I couldn't find my driver's license was in a bag somewhere in the car, like it wasn't on me. And we're at the
Customs?
they pull you out at the what do you call it?
At the border.
Customs. At the border, and I was in the jovial mood and started joking around, and I threw out the because I really got a bomb in here kind of thing.
You can't say bomb at the border.
And we were with check this. We were with Noons, and he looks over with like stone cold gaze, and he goes, "Really?" And I go, "What?" He goes, "It's 9/11. Like this is the anniversary of 9/11." And I go, "Oh God."
Well,
right.
Not that on January 11th saying bomb at the border is a smart idea.
Well, it was joking.
I'm sure they thought it was real funny when they were knuckle deep in your rectum looking for that bomb.
Oh, he was just an asshole. No humor.
Hey, aren't you the one who cost your buddy $700 a couple of years ago when you brought up the bike price? Still a little sour about that now that I think about it. God, I had that bike forever, man. I never rode it at all. I think it was too small. You should have said something. You should have said, dude, that bike looks small. It was a girl's bike. I sold it to a girl.
I rode with you to Canada in July with no AC in a van. I'm going to say don't get it.
You know what? I think we're going to pass on the bike. I think it's a little small. We're going to hop back in our orange van and head back to the United States. No, dude, you're put the bike in the back.
You get there. Like, I don't remember it having tassels on the handlebars.
Say, were the training wheels on there last week? I don't remember the training wheels. Damn. No, I never did switch it over. It was still in kilometers when I sold it. But you know what? Bikes are tough. It's a tough world out there.
Yeah. When I got rid of my bike, I never looked back. Never wanted another one. When you get it out of your system, it's just done.
It's dumb.
No, not dumb. Not dumb. Done. I like motorcycles. Don't get me wrong.
Well, I do too, but I also like planes, but I'm not buying one.
Good point.
Hey, when this thing takes off, I got to get out to see my people, so I'm going to need my own plane.
Are we not going to do a DK takeaway?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
All right, go.
So a would-be bank robber. So this lady went into, I believe it was Massachusetts, to rob a bank. Okay.
Yeah.
And got cold feet. She chickened out, but after she had gone to the teller and asked for a piece of paper and then wrote something on it and then stood there awkwardly and then turned around, went over to the trash can, ripped it up and threw it away. Right. She chickened out on a bank robbery, but they noticed it. So they pieced the note back together and knew she was going to be an attempted bank robber. Right. Which that in and of itself is just, I'm really just thinning the herd, right?
Shoot her.
But it got me, it started me thinking like, well, I'll put her away. But it got me thinking. So if you found yourself in a situation like bottom of the barrel, desperate.
Wednesday.
Do you, what's your move? I'm talking end of the world desperate. Do you go bank? Was there another way that you would break the law to gain funds?
I don't know. That's a good question. Hey, we went to high school with a couple of dudes who tried to rob a bank.
Did rob a bank and got caught. Yeah.
I don't think I would go for the bank job. I don't know. I've never put a thought into it. Although I have been in, I want to say it was most recently when I was in Florida. There was an armored car there, and the armored car had like one dude in it. And I'm thinking, yeah, that seems very doable. Like
I could take him.
Hey, roll the window down. Like you want to talk to him, and then kablam. Then you're in there and you're taking all the money. I don't know. I don't know.
So you turn over an armored car.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's what I don't know. What would you do? This is a tough one.
Oh, I don't know. This question was I didn't even think about it for me. I thought it was funny to have you answer. I don't know. I got to say I would probably lean towards something that is not confrontational in a public setting.
I know a lot of people in the bank industry, that like I might try and get someone to work an inside deal on it or something.
Yeah, see, I'd go inside, or else I would go anonymous server, one of these sexy Russian chicks probing, send $1 for her. I'd go one of those routes where they couldn't find me.
I'd be a Mexican before the sun goes down. There was a long time ago when I was in high school, and when I moved to Pine Island, down by Rochester, they had a bank there that like had one camera, and like it seemed very robbable. Yeah. Like I could rob this bank. Like that's no problem.
That's what they want you to believe, though, man. You don't think there's additional security measures that you can't see?
Not at that time. We're talking 30 years ago.
Yeah, insurance companies still don't want to lose that loot.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking that's a good call, though. I'm gonna hit the armored truck. I'm just gonna take it and head to Mexico. Shana na.
All right. Yeah, it's armored. They can't shoot you. I mean, it's a pretty good getaway vehicle.
Well, that's what I'm going with. What else you got?
All right, I only got 2 today. It was a short week with all the days off or kids off school. Here we go. A man clings to the hood of an SUV in a high-speed road rage incident. Okay? I saw the video. There's somebody driving alongside them for a while. Shot video on their cell phone. It's pretty awesome. This dude is full on the hood. The video captured the SUV traveled a 3-mile stretch up to 70 miles an hour with the guy on the hood. Yeah, for real. So again, the wheels start spinning, and I thought, man, Darren, we drive a lot for work. Like we're on the road a lot. We don't sit in a cubicle.
My car is my cube.
So I have kind of one, but do you have any significant road rage, either involvement or witnessing?
No, I used to get all weird about it, and I used to get real angry, but now I'm just like, if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, that isn't such a bad thing. I love all these perfect drivers, though, where they get so pissed off because you did something wrong, and it's like, oh, I forgot you're running a flawless lifetime of driving. Like you never have made a mistake. But no, I've never run into anything crazy. You'd think I would with the miles that I've logged, but what do you got? Have you seen something cool?
Yeah. Well, I've been involved in one. So I am with you right now at our age. Couldn't agree with you more. Like, I just blow it off. If someone's an idiot, I don't care. It's not the end of the world. But when I was younger, and I know you were this way. Anyways, I'm driving down. I was with nobody, actually, driving down Flying Cloud. Like it's probably called something different now, but like when you go by like Lion's Tap and all that. And this dude cut me off like to where I had to like really lock him up on that hill. Yeah. And I was really pissed. So I start doing all of the silent hand gestures that indicates that you want
that he's number one.
You're not happy with this situation. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he put it right back. So he starts doing like the gestures back, and he does the change lane slow down to let me get in front of him. So I'm cruising down. So it went right from like, you bastard, flipping to like, oh fuck, he's following me. Like real it backfired heavy, right? So I start doing all the turns. And he's just, we're still, going back and forth with all the gestures. So I got to keep it up. You know what I mean? So I got all the way to, remember the road where the ice rinks were? We had to run from those guys that one time.
Yeah.
I got to that road, and we both swung into like the parking area.
For the rink? Oh, for the apartments.
Yeah. No, the rinks. Like where you'd park or the rink. Yeah.
Okay, the rinks. All right.
But it wasn't rink. It wasn't rink weather, so it was just a gravel parking area. And
why would you stop? You can't stop.
I don't know, dude. This is what I was young, and he slams on his brake. Not slam. I'm overdoing. He like stops. And he jumps out of his car, and immediately it's the.
Hey, I got a tail light out.
Immediately it's the. I kind of know him. It's the guy that lives in those apartments on that road. That's why he was going that way.
What?
Yeah, just
Are you serious?
A mountain of a guy too. And I, like talked to him. We weren't like hanging out watching movies, but we knew each other. And he would have killed me. So he jumps out of the car. And you know what I did immediately? I went the
poop.
No, pooped? I went the dude. I've been trying to get your attention this whole time. How are you? Went right into the Jesus,
I thought it was you.
It worked like a charm. He's like, "Oh, seriously? I thought you were giving me hell." I'm like, "No, trying to tell you it's me."
Want a beer?
Oh God, it was.
You hugged it out.
Much.
Oh, that's funny. That reminds me of when we were.
By the way, it was my last road rage incident.
Well, yeah, you just can't do that. The ones I always got a charge of is when I was with the old man out in the boat, and he'd be invading space, and he'd start bitching at the other fishermen like, "What are we going to go to shore and fight?" Like, come on, just.
And there's like 13,000 acres of water. You've got to.
Yeah. Well, this is where the fish were. Yeah. You got to go where the fish are.
He and I and you were fishing on Walleye Opener. And he kept getting so close to that boat, and they were getting verbal about it. And then he turned around and got so close, my line hooked to that guy's line.
Dude, I hooked him. What do I do? I'm like, fucking cut the line. Jesus.
Oh, too much.
Yeah, that was ugly. It didn't seem to faze the old man a bit, though. He stood strong because he knew there's no way they're parking their boats and rumbling.
No.
Hold on, I got to tie up my boat. God. That's just stupid. Just dumb. But people do that. You see a lot of people getting absolutely berserk on the road, and it's like, really? Like, come on. You know what I've been seeing a lot lately on the road are these people who like do a really stupid maneuver, and then they like, they'll be turning or they'll be pulling out, and then you're like, what are you doing? And then you look at them, and it's like half their car's gone. It's like, oh, you've made stupid mistakes before. Yeah. This isn't your first time being dumb on the road.
That is a common denominator. You'll find like just the whole side of the car has road rash on it. You're like, oh, okay.
Oh, what I find lately is a lot of your gray hairs are making bad mistakes. So you pull up alongside of them to get really pissed, and you're like, oh, you're old. And I'm not old, but I'm knocking on the door, and I'm like, my time's coming. So what I'm doing is karma based.
Yeah.
So that when I am old, these young snappers won't chew my ass. But that reminds me real quick before we end this bad boy.
Yeah.
I was doing my real job, and I was over in the hood, which is actually right where they're building Allianz Field for the soccer. And part of my real job, I got to drive around and take pictures of houses. So I snap some pictures, and I'm in the hood, and I'm slow down, but I'm not stopping because I know I'm not in friendly territory.
Sure.
And so I go around the corner, and all of a sudden this old Blazer Bronco, like OJ's Bronco, except in a lot worse condition, comes flying around the corner, and I'm like, it could be a coincidence, I mean, maybe just got out of bed hot, I don't know. So I make a couple turns to see if he's actually following, and he is. Oh. So I'm like, this isn't good because this is hood. Like, This isn't, hey, he's going to yell at me. This is, shoot guns first and talk later. And so I'm hauling ass all over the place. And I get down to like Snelling, like a really busy road. And I see a cop like 4 cars up. And I'm like, I'll get close. And that way, if I have to get nuts and honk and make a big scene, I can. And the cop will help me, right? Yeah. So I come flying in there, and I'm sitting there, and it's hotter than hell. I got the windows down, and I'm thinking, all right, the cop's right there. I'm good. This Bronco comes flying up alongside of me. And it's this older dude, not older, but like gangster looking dude. And he's middle-aged, and I was young at the time. And he's like, hey, why are you taking pictures of my house? I'm like, here's what I do, and this is why I was doing it. And he goes, all right, have a good day. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, you didn't pull a gun or nothing? That's it? I shit my pants for no reason at all?
Oh, no kidding.
And then he disappeared into the sunset. But yeah, I was pretty hot. I was driving pretty serious for a while there, trying to ditch this dirt bag. But it was totally like a movie scene where you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, shit, he's still back there.
Yeah.
Serpentine. Bobbing and weaving. Yeah, he didn't pull a gun or nothing. Just a nice dude wondering what's up.
Why are you taking pictures of my house?
Yo, why are you trying to take some picture of my house? Well, because
it's beautiful, sir.
Repossession. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just, the scenery is magical around here. And now your house is gone because they want to play soccer there, buddy. So anywho, let's put a wrap on this thing, man.
Let's put a wrap on it.
So everybody subscribe and get to the website. Check out that merch. Mm-hmm. Got to help support the cast. And tell all your friends. Give us a good review.
Absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in. And we will check in with you next week. Go Rams!
That's a wrap for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends. If you'd like to reach out, you can use the studio line at 612-504-6500 or by email, thedkprojectpodcast@gmail.com. And of course, there's always social media at the DK Project Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.